I have a serious question for you. Where do we rate Garnacho? Because he's serious. And I'm not talking about this one goal he scored. I'm talking about how he played the entire match at his age. Where do you see this kid going, bro? Because he's hard to stop. And you can see defenders struggling with him. You can see it. Now, I'm not asking you to put him in a top 10 or a top 15. I'm saying to rate him in a way like by himself, not to other players. Where do you rate him and where do you see him being as a player if you had to guess the way his career is going to go? I'm going to rate it like a 7, 8. I think this kid is top. I think this kid is top, chat. I think this kid's a top talent, man. He's pretty good. He's very good, but still young. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, where do you see, like, if you had to, like, say out of a player that he's retired, who does he remind you of? Also, I want to pause the music when I say this. For everybody in the chat that looks at these young players and says they're overrated, can you give yourself an L? Can we get an L spam in here, chat? Guys, I don't want my FIFA and my football community in here that we talk football to become like the rest of the world, lads. Guys, let's not do that, man. Let's not be Twitter, lads. Let's be real, lads. And let's not say overrated. Ain't no one even rating the kid yet. You get what I'm saying? Give me a 1 if you agree here, chat. What do you mean overrated where we haven't even put the kid on a list yet? We just saying where's he going to get in his career? No one's rating him. We're just saying, yo, we're watching him play. Where do you see, like, do you see him doing something with his career? Is he the next Lingard? Is he the next this? Is that, like, what do you see, yo? Do you got him up there with the Pedris? Like, do you see him hitting a Pedri level or not really? Like, where do you see him getting in his career? Not overrated, not underrated. Where do you think this guy goes with his career? We're not rating him. We're not overrating him. Like, where do you see him going? You literally just asked to rate him. Yeah, but I mean, rate him for himself. Like, you can't put him against Vinny, or there's not enough. There's not enough. It's like when you say, yo, can you rate? It's like, how am I trying to say this, bro? It's like when someone tells me to put Drake in a top 5 rapper right now. And I'm like, no, bro, his career is not done. You gotta wait to do that. Do you guys agree or disagree, chat? Like, you can't just put people somewhere when someone else has already, like, had a long career. You can't compare somebody that's 20 years in. Like, I don't really do. I'm saying to rate him to himself, right? You're not gonna take Garnacho and rate him to a Messi or to a Benzema or to a. They have too much catalog, bro. They have too much of a. They have too much footage. They have too much. Does that make sense, chat? Like, you can't just grab somebody and put them. You have to wait for his career to go through and see what they accomplished and what they become. Don't you guys kind of agree? What about Mbappe then? I would say Mbappe is top 5 right now, but he's not top 5 ever, or he's not even close to being it. Like, you don't put Mbappe. You can't even put Mbappe in a top 10 best players ever. You can't. He's not even in the top 20 because he doesn't have the resume that Maldini has and Zidane has and Casillas have and Ronaldo and Messi and the other Ronaldo and the Ronaldinho. He's not there yet. He's top 5 in the world right now, but you can't. Guys, do you agree or disagree with what I'm saying? You can't grab a young a player under 25 and compare him to somebody who had a 15-year career. Like, come on, that's crazy talk. You can't do that. That's just disrespecting someone's entire career. Like, come on, man. We can't compare somebody to Messi until they played an entire career like Messi. And then we can compare him. Like, and Mbappe's nice right now. But has he ever done something that Messi and Ronaldo's done? And if you say, oh, he won the World Cup at 18 years old, I don't give a shit. That's crazy. You still can't compare that to what Messi and Ronaldo have achieved. Chat, W or L take, bro. Like, I don't know. People are too quick to try to compare people. Like, come on, man. We're talking about Garnacho as a young player. Where do you have Garnacho as a young player? Do you see Garnacho hitting the levels of Pedri, Gavi, Vinicius Jr., and Jude Bellingham? Or is he in a different category? Okay, he's not quite, you don't see him get into that category yet. He's in a different category. What category do you have him in? That's what I'm saying. Like, where do you rate him in that type of a category? Do you see him being in the Musialas and the Jude Bellinghams? Do you got him there or no? Saka miles better. Okay, Saka might be better. I'm not asking. I'm saying, what category do you have him in? You got him with Odegaard. You got Garnacho as good as Odegaard? Okay. You got him going that way as like not as good as him, but go. I get what you mean, going in that. No, chat. He didn't mean as good as him right now. He means that's the type of career he sees, like a Odegaard. Give me a one if that makes. He didn't mean like he's not comparing in development. He means in develop. Hold on. Let's get Carlos's words correctly. I messed up. I misspoke. I'm sorry. He means the way he's developing. He sees him being like an Odegaard. Can you see that, chat? Can you see him developing in the Odegaard way? I got Garnacho. Garnacho might be the top young winger. Is the word prospect? Is that the word? Did I use that right? I think he's the next one, chat. And I think he's the next big winger. I think he's the next big Di Maria. Like that type of a player. I can see him being like a Di Maria, a Ribéry style of player. I see him as a top winger. I see him as a winger, though. Do you guys agree or disagree? I don't see him as like a hybrid. He's a winger. I see him as a player that develops into a deadly winger, just pure winger, not these new type of hybrid players, not the Mbappes, a pure winger. I see a pure winger in him. And I definitely think he could be one of the next top wingers in the game. Like a Hazard for Chelsea. I don't know if he'll live up to what I think. The one thing I want to say, chat, is I think we underrate what Hazard did for Chelsea. Because we were so blinded by Messi and Ronaldo, I don't think we understand what Hazard actually did in the Premier League. Do you guys agree or disagree here, chat? Like I think Hazard in a time that a lot of us were blinded by Messi and Ronaldo, Hazard was doing some big things in the Premier League. You know what I mean? Garnacho or Anthony? The Brazilian Anthony? I think Garnacho. I think Garnacho. I think Garnacho. I think I got Garnacho. I think Garnacho will have a better career than Anthony. Anthony's 23 already. Garnacho's a baby that got to play with Ronaldo, who was one of his idols, a baby that is being. I think it's a little bit different when you get like, chat, he's coming up through United. That's serious. Do you guys agree or disagree here? He's coming up through United, bro. Through United. Like, it's not easy to break an 11. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's my thing. Will United be able to keep him? Or do you see another team coming and snatching him? Yes, you think they keep him? I know they're in contract talks. He wants Madrid? No way he wants Madrid, does he? He's staying. Well, I don't know the future. I'm not saying he's not. He has signed a 5-year contract. That's not what Fob tweeted today. He wants to stay. I mean, I think the best thing for him is to stay. I think the best thing for his career is to stay. Darwin Nunez or Antoine Griezmann? Again, I'm not going to compare a baby to a veteran. Antoine Griezmann in his prime was different. Chat, give me a 1 if you agree. I'm not doing that. That's crazy. I'm not comparing a baby. That's crazy. I'm not doing it. Chat, is my camera lagging at all? I'm not doing it, bro. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not falling for these traps, man. These are traps. These are traps, chat. You know what I'm saying, chat? These are traps. I'm not falling for these traps, bro. I'm not falling for these internet traps. Bro, Darwin Nunez is a baby compared to Antoine Griezmann. And don't anyone for a second forget what Antoine Griezmann, what year was it where he was cooking for Aleti and he cooked for France too? I'm not falling for them traps. Those are traps, bro. You guys want me to fall for traps, man. You trying to get me today, bro. You trying to get a clip on me. You ain't getting a clip on me, bro.